a look inside Artsy Fartsy Adult Coloring Book 2, cover colored by Carrie Taylor. Here is the thickness of this book. Beautiful purple and pink. And the back of the book. Creatively crazy, plenty of coloring pages for all. And let's take a look inside. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, 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 da. We may be hearing my air conditioner. I am so sorry, but it is so doggone hot at this time. So, as always, I'll look at some of the pages inside in miniature for Amazon, also on the back. And then the welcome, specially designed for this book. Then we have a grayscale of the cover on the left-hand side, and we begin with the book. And I started with a plain, regular crayon to play with. This is a very crayon-friendly book, violet red, and I played around just a tiny bit because I get a new book, I just have to play. So we have the rose hanging on a tapestry, the little butterfly, then the big butterfly, and this is what I like. We have the black background, and then we have a white background. So blue versus the violet red to play with. Then we have the big beautiful flower with all of the dots with the red violet, and then I tried it with the blue, and I enjoyed this. So that's why you get repeats. Then I just played around with this idea. Creating dimension. This is very different. And because it's so different, I put in 2 pages. Then all of the little butterflies all over the place. I didn't check my lighting. Butterflies, flowers, then again with the dimension, but this time with lines going in to see how would that work. How does that look? Pretty darn cool. I'm really looking forward to coloring this. I really am. But I wanted to get this on YouTube before I started coloring. And I will be coloring. It's very therapeutic. I like coloring. We have some strange and unusual things in vases and some strange and unusual vases. Then on the black, and then a warped, weird thing. More vases. And then there's also strange and unusual flowers in this book. And we're going to get to some of the more unusual right there. I think of them as paddle pop flowers. So artsy fartsy means you just never know what to expect in any of my artsy fartsy books, because it's whatever pops out of my creative brain and goes down into a design. The heart flower on the black, and then these fun to color bulb things, very crayon friendly here on the black, and then just all over the place. Wonderful for working with your shading and perfecting your coloring. It's really nice to have large things to play around with to see how is it going to work. 2.5 cents while they last. Bubbles. I'm known for putting my 2.5 cents in. Then we have a whole bunch of vases. Vases with beads around them, or whatever you want to do with those. More of these crazy pod without bloom flowers. The center, which is really nice for if you want to just add anything in the middle. Then I did add some flowers in the middle on the black. Then the book goes to horizontal. I have that right? My brain's not working. So we have the crazy flowers from simple to not. Again, this is the taking it from the beginning to the end of where I went with it. We're looking at them sideways because it's just going to be too much to change the camera angle around for me at this point. So we'll endure. The hearts from simple to not. The back of the book is really good for just getting out your pencils and practicing, or your pens. Be sure to put a sheet of paper behind, always, no matter what. But these pages are backed in black. They absorb marker rather nicely, but just to be safe, you might want to stick a piece of paper back there. More larger crazy flowers on the black. The hearts, now with the more complicated design that I chose. I love this one. I'm really looking forward to the crazy vases. Then on the black, which makes them really pop out, the Share It with the World page. That has the title of the book and my name on it, so that makes it easy. The butterfly, also really in the back of the book, very easy to just take a plain old straight edge razor and you can cut that out and share it with someone you know and love. Or you just know and you don't love yet. And then more to share with the title on. And then the back side of what was in the front for people who really love to color small things. And that would be it. This book was actually published in Illinois, which is really quite the distance. They don't normally come from Illinois for me, so I'm wondering what's up with that. June 8th, 2020, in the United States of America. And there you have it. Book 2, which there was a book 1. Let me show that one. Artsy Fartsy, really big book. This is a huge book. So that was the first one. And then I published book 3. And I completely forgot there was a book 2. So now there's book 1, 2, and 3. A 1, and a 2, and a 3. And together, all 3 of these books is enormous. Look at that. Let's show all 3 of them together. That's a big collection of coloring pages. For you, for others to share, plenty in these books. And often more than one chance at it, especially since we have the black backgrounds and the white backgrounds. So if you mess up, don't worry about it. You probably have another page. I thank you for watching. I thank you for sharing. I thank you for liking. And I thank you for looking at all my YouTube videos because these take time out of my incredibly busy life.